Yeah, answering question one, in what ways does my media product develop or challenge the forms and conventions of real media text? I think it conforms to the media, to real media products, the magazines, especially one magazine that I made, because of the way I've sort of laid it out. The layout is pretty similar to media products, such as magazines, because of the masthead. For those well known magazines, which have well known brand names, such as Rolling Stone, for example, which doesn't really need the whole name to be shown. So sometimes it has the main model in front of the masthead so that some of it might be seen, but not all of it is already seen. I sort of copied that, made it similar to my um, magazine because I wanted it to be seen as if my magazine is a well-known magazine. So I put my model, my main image in front of the masthead. Also, the general layout in which it's there, having the cell lines by the side, not all of it covering the main image because it's not conventional if you do. So I followed conventions, having cell lines by the side, some stories within the magazine that might be in it, maybe a competition or two, something that would like sort of draw the reader in, and I put that in there or on there rather. So I was following those conventions. I didn't really want to subvert from conventions too much because I wanted to stick within some certain guidelines. If I thought a bit too far out of the box, which I generally do, I didn't want to do that in case, I don't know, I think something was to look a bit off. So, yes, I stuck within the guidelines and followed conventions as closely as I could. My poster conventions are pretty similar too. However, I didn't put a credit block. Instead of a full film poster, I made it rather a teaser film poster because I'm pretty sure if it was to be or to have more of the general conventions that film posters normally have, then it would look like a proper finished film poster product. But I wanted mine to be a teaser. So at the bottom, instead of putting a cell block of directors, actors, and so on and so on, I just put in cinemas this summer. I think that leaves a lot to the imagination. Okay. Poster, I deliberately made it so that there was an ensemble showing because obviously my genre is heist. So I made it so that I showed the whole ensemble there. Um, yeah, just because that's how it normally is. And like in other heist posters, which I have seen, they're normally three or more people within the posters to show that there is a group involved within the film, will be working together and so on, which is pretty general for any heist film, I guess. And I wanted to make that statement clear in my film too, show that I'm following the same rules, following the same conventions. The fact that I used the same font throughout all of it, like in the film, I used a certain font that personally I made myself. So I used that font for the actual film, and then when referencing it in the magazine, I used that there too, and also for in the poster, so that I wanted to have like a relation to show that it's the same thing going throughout. Um, I don't know if that has been used in other real media text or that has been done or not, but that's something that I did off the top of my head, um, just so that there's some sort of correlation showing how everything is connected and so on. Also, there was a color scheme that I wanted to follow or like wanted to continue throughout all of my products. If you see very closely that there is like this notion of red and white going throughout, that's to do with well, the title to begin with, the fact that it's called Candy. That's the name of my film or the trailer of the film. I chose red and white because, well, there's this week called well, this one that's called yeah. So I wanted to use that um, because it's a very like recognizable colors when talking about sweets. And the reason our film is called Candy is because the people that are involved in the heist find it so easy to make like the plan come to life. So you know the saying, it's like taking candy from a baby. It goes along those lines. So it's not just solely because of the sweets or the candy itself. It's because of the saying and how easy this gang find it to to steal things from other people. So I wanted to like sort of have that recurring theme of black and white and the same font going on through all the products, and it did so. So yes, I think that covers more or less everything. I hope so. And yeah.